Hello lovelies, it's good to see you. I'm doing fantastic and I hope you're doing well too. In today's video, I'm talking about how do I know I am ready for a relationship. Stay tuned for the details. Sadly, most of us step into relationships without asking ourselves questions such as, am I ready? Is it time? Do I have the preparedness for it? Is this something that I really need, or do I just feel like, being with someone? These are questions that we need to ask ourselves even before deciding to start a relationship. And in today's video, I'm going to break this down for you to know if you are ready or not. You will know you are ready for a relationship after you have done a self-assessment, which is the first thing. Self-assessment to know what? To know where you currently stand as a person. Are you a student? Are you a worker? Are you a career woman or man? Are you doing something that takes a lot of your time? Then, do you love yourself? Do you appreciate yourself? Do you know how much you are worth in order to ask for that if you step into a relationship? If you have done this thing, then I guess you are on the right path. You would also want to find out from yourself, have I healed from my past terrible relationships and terrible experiences? You know you are ready for a relationship after you have done a self-introspection to know what your priorities are. Do you see relationship and marriage as a priority? Is it something that you really need and want to start because you are ready, or because you feel it's just fun and everybody is doing it, so you also want to do it? In this self-introspection, you also know exactly what you are looking for in a relationship. Is it something that would end into marriage, or is it just something for fun? Are you just looking for companionship? Are you just looking for someone to just have a conversation with or talk with? What are you looking for? When it comes to the issue of age and maturity, age is not much of a problem, but maturity is very essential. As soon as you are at the age of 18 and above, where legally you can get married, it's okay, it's fair enough. But the issue is, do you have the maturity it takes to handle a relationship? That's the question. It requires maturity to allow someone in your life to treat you with dignity and also treat the person with dignity. It takes maturity. It also takes maturity, to develop the emotional intelligence and other characteristics you need to be able to manage a relationship. Relationship is not just about the pictures we share on our social media about our partners, about the fun activities we do, going partying here and there, going on tour, just having fun. It goes way beyond that. It needs a lot of sacrifice, it needs a lot of things. So you would want to ask yourself, am I mature enough to seek for what I deserve and also give the same to the other person? If you feel you are not at that level yet, then my friend, I'm sorry. You are not yet ready for a relationship. Maturity is very essential because you are going to be having tough conversations, you are going to be handling difficult issues, interpersonal relationships, you're going to be handling situations that are having so much tension. How are you able to handle these situations? Your maturity is what helps you in handling this kind of situations. Be it a conversation, be it a decision you have to take, whatever it is, you need maturity. To know you are ready, you find yourself looking for someone not to complete you, but to complement your life. You feel content with where you are when it comes to your career, your job, or maybe other side hustles that you are engaging in, which is bringing income. So financially, you are stable. You are complete financially. Emotionally, you are just a happy person, enjoying your life, having fun, just having your adventure, just going about your daily work and just enjoying yourself. You are emotionally sound. You don't need anybody to compliment you before you feel happy, before you feel beautiful, before you feel like you are a human being. You are just happy with who you are. And this means that when the other person comes, you are not dependent on that person to be happy in your daily lives and in everything you do, but you are just seeing that other person as someone who is complementing your life, who is bringing his happiness to add up to yours, to just make your home a beautiful one. Especially if you are looking for a lasting relationship, I bet you would be looking for someone who you are not going to be dependent on, but both of you are going to be helping each other. 100 in, 100 in, meaning he brings 100% of him, you bring in 100% as well. You all put this on the table. It's not like he brings 50, I bring 50. No, you bring everything that you both are. You also know that you are ready for a relationship. You realize that you understand the value of communication and appreciate it. I mentioned in some of my previous videos how communication play a major role in every relationship, from dating right to marriage. Relationship needs communication to thrive. So you would want to be able to acquire very good communication skills like listening skills. It is not always that you would sit down and be talking and sharing and talking about just you and not listening to the other person, putting yourself in their shoes and also supporting them as well with whatever challenge and difficulties they may have. So you have to have both listening skills and also sharing what is in your heart. You can't just assume somebody knows your mind or your thoughts. No. So you have to be ready to voice out whatever you are feeling to the person. You realize that you have gotten to a point where you feel confident in yourself, you are happy, you are okay communicating exactly what you feel to the other person and expecting to be treated well, and also listening to the other person. In as much as you want to be listened to, your partner also wants to be listened to. So you realize that you've gotten to this level of life where you are free, you are comfortable, you are happy, sharing and having difficult conversations with your partner. It is easy, it flows easily, and you have the maturity to know exactly what to say, not to offend the other person. So communication is extremely important. When you realize you're at that point that you're able to voice out what is not right, and you are able to seek for what is just, then you realize you are ready to start a relationship. Because in every relationship, there are going to be very difficult conversations that you would have to have, whether you like it or not. There are going to be very difficult things that you must talk about. There's going to be something about your partner that you hate so much, an attitude, a behavior, or something that he does that irritates you so badly. But you have to communicate this to him so he can check that, or at least, minimize it or tone it down. So how do you communicate this if you don't have good communication skills? That's why it's very important that you realize yourself that you are at that level where you can communicate freely without any fear. Know you are really ready for a relationship. You have to get to the level where you realize you don't have your ex on your mind any longer. Not about his current relationship, not your past experiences with him, not the good times. Nothing about him is on your mind. All you think about is how free you are. You feel happy with your current situation. You are happy and you just want to move on. And you feel like you have actually moved on and you're not holding on to anything at all. That is when you know that you are ready to start the next relationship. But if you feel you are still hurting from your past experience, you are still hurting because of the things you went through with him, you are still hurting because he has now found somebody and he has moved on, or she has now found someone and has moved on, then my dear, you have to give yourself some more time to heal, because it seems you are still hurting and you can't go into a new relationship with that kind of heart or mindset. You need to fully heal. It's time to present yourself as blank as possible. Open your mind, have an open mind to start that new relationship. If you feel you are at that level where your mind is cleared of every pain and every thing that was done to you in the past, and you feel like it's time to move on and start afresh, then my dear, you are ready to start a new relationship. You know you are ready for a relationship when you fully understand the realities in maintaining a relationship. A relationship, as I said in a few minutes ago, is not just about the fancy part of it, the loving and sweet and good and nice part of it. It's about the unforeseen occurrences, events that may happen that will sweep you off your feet. You are unaware, you were not ready, you are not prepared for it. Those moments are the defining moments. The moment where you get to say, yes, this is it. Even though I have this challenge in this relationship, I want to still keep it going. Or this is it, I am done. So there are so many things in a relationship, and so many things that makes a relationship work. You need to deal with the issue of sacrifice. There are times that you would have to sacrifice your time, you'd have to sacrifice your money or something. Other times you have to compromise with situations that you would rather not compromise with. For instance, on every birthday, you always go out there with friends to party, but now you are in a relationship with a guy who on that particular birthday or on your birthday, he wants to do something else. He wants to go out hiking, or he wants to take you on a surprise something. It's not about your friends anymore. You need to compromise with that situation. You also need to learn acceptance, because acceptance is something we all practice in every relationship, be it just dating or in marriage. Acceptance is essential. You have to accept the other person for who he is, just as they are, with their flaws, with all their, challenges and difficulties and things they are able to do, things they are not able to do. You have to accept them just as they are. Acceptance is one of the realities in a relationship. There are things you can never change about a person. All you can do is accept them for who they are. Next is tolerance. This is the reality of a relationship. You have to tolerate the other person for some of the things that you realize that, hey, this is him. He was raised in a different home, brought up differently. These are things that he's been doing. I have to tolerate that. Okay? And commitment. Commitment is very, very important. As soon as you declare that I am in a relationship with you or with this person, you have to be committed to the person. Commitment in time, commitment in everything. You have to be ready to learn about the person's culture and belief system and other things. So I would advise that you watch some of my previous videos on how to know that he is the one. This would share more light on what things to look out for in a partner in case you are looking for a relationship. In case you feel, yes, I am ready and you want to start a relationship, there are things you need to look out for in him. And I'll be sharing other videos, things to look out for in a woman that you have seen, you're interested in, and you want to start a relationship with. Finally, you would realize that you are ready to integrate your life with somebody else's life. This is your life. You wake up, you work from home, you do your things, like everything is just easy going. You are a free bird. You don't have anything holding you back. And here you are, finding yourself wanting to integrate your life with somebody else. That is influencing your decisions right now. Meaning the way you do your things, like haphazardly, just throw things everywhere. You begin to be conscious of yourself. I have to do this, because you realize you are getting ready to integrate your life with somebody else's life. And the way you used to live usually cannot continue to exist. Meaning that you have to start making room to accept somebody else in your life. See yourself doing this and thinking like this and feeling this way, my dear, you are on the right track. You feel you are ready and open to give love to somebody who is showing you love. You reciprocate their love, meaning you are ready to integrate your life with theirs. Feel you are at a point where you are open to change, you are open to exploring, open to learning, open to new things, then you are ready for a relationship. If you are open to change, it means that other person coming into your life can fit in because you are open for something different to happen. But when you feel you are closed and you don't want to change your normal way and routines and what you are used to, then I think there are some questions you have to ask yourself whether you really, really are ready for a relationship. Change is inevitable when it comes to relationship, because every relationship that thrives because people are ready to embrace something new, to try something new. They are ready to just open up and receive the other person in just as they are and begin to live their lives in front of them. Here you are, you've been single all your life, you do your things just the way you want it. Here you are now feeling like you are ready and you are okay that somebody else looks into your life, somebody else listens to you, somebody else sees you beyond just, the physical person the person sees. Then you are ready for a relationship. It requires a lot of commitment, it requires a lot of time, it requires so much. If you feel you are ready for a relationship after watching this video, then I would advise you to start taking the steps that you need to take and questions you need to ask yourself, whether the person you are looking at or the young lady you are spying or the young man you are spying, whether he is the one for you. With that, I suggest you watch my video, which is how do I know he is the one, if you are a young lady. For the young men, don't worry, I'll be doing a video for you. How do I know she is the one? Thank you so much for watching. It's always a pleasure to share with you. Feel free to leave your thoughts and your ideas about this topic in the comment section. I would really love to learn from you and to hear from you, to also know what you feel. These are experiences that I have personally gone through. These are things that I have personally felt. I realized I got to a point where I wanted somebody else in my life. I was ready to share my life with somebody else. I also realized I had understood the realities in a relationship, not just the happy moment, but the sad moment, the difficult moment. I had realized that. Thank you so much for your time. I'm so happy and always excited to share with you. These are my personal experiences, and I hope it goes a long way to guide your path as you step out there to start a relationship. I'm going to start a new series on online dating, and if you are dating someone you've met online or have some questions or concern, don't feel reluctant to, send your questions to me in my email. You can find that in the descriptions, and you can also find the links to other topics on relationship in the description. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.